Namo Buddhaya. Welcome back to the new topic. Our topic today is about human beings and being human. In Vietnamese, we say con người và phẩm chất con người. As all you know, a man is a social human race, and also the members of human race. And after the man was educated, trained, and developed, a man can become the noble beings, and that is the importance and the significance of human beings who are different from animals. So come to our topic, human being and beings and being human. I would like to mention that at least two different sections. The first one is man and noble, and the noble beings, and second is about the ideal persons. Yeah. So come to the definitions of human beings. Human beings are special, unlike any other kinds of animal. What made them special is Sakya in the Bali term. It means education, namely learning, training, and development. Human beings who have been trained, educated, or developed are called noble beings. They know how to conduct a good life for themselves and also help other society feel securely in peace and happiness. As all you used to hear that we are humans. We can become the noble beings without any certificates, without bachelor degrees, without master, and without doctor degrees. But we can't become the human beings without education, without training, and without self-development, right? To be truly involved in these educations, human beings, especially children and young people, who are the new members of human race, should acquire the 7 fundamental qualities known as the auroras of the good life, or the doors of education. These are the guarantees of the life moving forward for human development, to people becoming truly noble beings. Namely, first one is I will mention the Bali term first, and then I try to explain it. I'm gonna explain it. Number one, first one, Kalyana Mittata, mean having a good friend a person's or social development that is helpful to one's life's development, seeking out source of wisdom and good example. This is to live with or be close to good people, beginning with one parent as good friends in the families, to know who is associated with and to socialize with good people who will influence and encourage its order to betterment in conduct, mentalities, and wisdom. It is especially that associations which encourage one to learn and develop communications and relations with fellow human beings through goodwill, to have the pace to follow good example, and to know how to utilize external resource, be they people, book, or other communications media, for seeking knowledge and virtues for one's life development, problem solving, and constructive action. These Kalyana Mittatas, having a good friend, this is the external, the good external environment that you have to make a choice, yeah, to associate with. If you wish to learn, to train, and to be educated, and to be trained, and to be develop yourselves in the right ways. Otherwise, or you can, if you cannot do so by yourself, you can obey your parent or your seniors to choose for you. Or you can ask them their good advice, because the good external environment is always affect you when you choose to make a communication with. Yeah. Second one, Sila Sampatha. The next term is, you will heard the repeats a word samatha. Sampatha in Pali is mean perfection. Yeah, it mean perfection. Second one, Sila Sampatha, perfections of morality. It means perfections of morality. Having disciplines as a foundation for one life development. This is to know how to organize lifestyles, activities, works, and environment so that they provide opportunities for personal growth, at least to have a basic levels of morality, that is to have proper conduct in one relationship with the social environment, by living helpfully and not exploitatively with one fellow being. And in one relationship with the material environment, by using the four necessities: food, clothing, shelters, and medicines, as well as technological appliances and equipment in a way that supports the qualities of one's life and is favorables to one education, to constructive actions, and to state the balance in nature. This is about Sila Sampata. Third one, Chanta Sampata, mean perfections of aspiration. Also, having a heart that inspires to learning and constructive action. This is to be one who is driven by desires for knowledge, goodness, action, constructiveness, achievements, and excellence, by the desires to have all the things and people one meets or is involved with to attain to a good state. Not obsessively thinking only of getting what one wants and seeking pleasures through consuming, which only drags one into the well full of helplessness and contention. Instead, one knows how to use one's faculties, such as the eyes and ears, in learning and to derive joy from learning and doing good things by using one brain and hands for constructive end. This is the explanations of the third one we call Chanta Sampata. For number 4, Atta Sampata. Atta is oneself, it means self. Atta Sampata, perfection of oneself. Dedicating oneself to trainings for the realizations of one's full human potential is very important, because everyone has the good potential to develop themselves, but before you have these abilities, you have learned, and sometimes you need to be trained by the expertise. So this is to always bears in mind and truth. This is to always bears in mind the truth that human beings by nature are beings that can be trained and must be trained, and that one trains are the most excellence of being. Then to resolve to train oneself so that one knows difficult hardship, obstacles, and problems as training ground to test and develop one's intelligence and abilities, to pay heed to one's continuing improvement toward the realizations of one's full potential through a comprehensive development that encompasses behaviors, mentalities, and wisdom. Number 5, Titti Sampata, mean perfections of views. Adhering to the principles of conditionalities, seeing things according to cause and effect. This is to be established in good and reasoned principles of thought and belief. At least adhering to the principles of conditionality, a principle leading to consideration. investigations and research as the way to wisdom development, and believing that actions is the most powerful determinants of one pace. It is also having behaviors and mental states that are under the controls of reason, even those one that is under the controls of reason. Yeah, even those one aspire to the highest achievements and excellence. One realizes what is possible within the limitations of the cause and conditions that exist, and that one has created in success. One does not forget oneself, and in follows, one is not despondent. One maintains one mental charities and independent, not being impulsive over reactions or pities, and also not allowing oneself to drift along the streams of public hysteria and value. Number 6, Appamata Sampatha means perfections of healthfulness. This is the perfections of mindfulness. Appamata is mean mindfulness or awareness. So it really means to establish oneself in healthfulness. You have to train yourself, be mindless always, if possible. This is to be aware of impermanent. Everything is impermanent. To realize the instabilities and indurabilities and insubstantialities of life and all things around one, which are constantly changing according to its cause and condition, both internal and external. Thus, one sees that one cannot afford to be complacent. One sees the preciousness of time and try to learn about, prevent, and rectify the cause and decline, the cause of declines, and brings about the cause of growth and prosperities, using all one time, the night and day to the greatest benefits. And number 7 is regarding to your wisdom, or your analysis abilities. Number 7, Yoniso Manasikara Sampatha, means perfections of wise reflection. Thinking wisely so as to realize benefits and see the truth. This is to know how to think, to know how to investigate, to be able to see all things as they really are within the system of cause and conditions. By intelligently examining, investigating, tracing, analyzing, and researching to see the truth of a given situation, or to see the perspective that will enable one to benefit from it. By doing so, one is also able to solve problems and do things successfully through intelligent methods that allow one to be self-reliant and at the same time become refuge to other people. So I would summarize in the section 1 that is about man, and man is the noble beings, or man is a member of the human race, or we can say that man is a member of social human race. To be born as a man, to be born as man, you know, you are nothing, right? You are just in the 32 pieces of the body, according to the Buddha teaching. And if we summarize, you know, we just be born as men with body and mind. And at the first time in this world, your body is so weak. Your body is so weak if we compare to the animal baby, right? But day by day, when you grow up and you receive the good systems of human race, you receive the education, you receive the right way of training, and you know many methods of self-development, and then you become a noble being that you can conquer the world, and you can control yourself, even you can control others, yeah. And also you can be your own spirit, leaders under your good self-control. Yes, by training your own minds, and by your good goals of life, to be always develop yourself, to reach your goal of life, and especially you also know to use your external and internal environment to support your goal of life, according to the 7 principles that, as we mentioned above, like namely again, like Kalayana Mittata, Sila Sambata, Chanta Sambata, Atta Sambata, also Apamata Sambata, and the last one is Yoniso Mana Sikara Sambata. You try to follow these methods to train yourself to understand the world that is changing according to their own cause and condition, according to their own cause and effect. Now come to the second sections, that is the ideal person. This is an exemplary member of human race. Now, welcome to the second section, the ideal person. The ideal persons are perfect human being who can be counted as a truly valuable members of human race, and who can be called a complete person, able to lead his communities and societies to peace and well-being. Is one who possesses the following 7 qualities. The 7 qualities, okay, namely Dhamma. Second one, Attha. Third one, Attha. Number 4, Mattanyutta. And number 5, Kalanyutta. Number 6, Parisanyutta. Number 7, Pukhalanyutta. You know, the 7 qualities is really the qualities of an I would say ordinary monk who have the duties to propagate Buddhism approach. So it's also the qualities of the world leader who have the ability to use their knowledge and experience in the right person, in the right situation, in the right time, and also be acceptable from the crowds of people. So, what are they, please? Now, we're gonna go through one by one on the 7 qualities of the ideal persons. First one, Dhammayutta, knowing principles, knowing cause. He knows the underlying principles and law governing the thing with which he must deal in the process of everyday life. In performing his duties and carrying out his tasks, he knows and understands according to the reasons what he must do. For example, he understands what duties and responsibilities are involved in his post, his status, his occupations, and his work. He knows the principle involved therein, and he knows how to apply them so that they become factors for the successful completion of those duties and responsibilities. At the highest level, Dhammayutta means knowing fully the natural laws and truths of nature, so that one can deal correctly with life and the world with a mind that is free and not enslaved by them. Second one, Atthanyutta, knowing objective, knowing result. He knows the meanings and objectives of the principles he is abide by. He understands the objectives of the task he is doing. He knows the reasons behind his actions and his way of life, and the objectives to be expected from them. He knows the aim behind a duty, positions, or occupation. He knows what may be expected in the future from the actions he is doing in the present, whether, for example, they will lead to the good or the bad result. At the highest level, Atthanyutta means understanding the implications of the natural cause of being and benefits that is the real purpose of life. Third one, Atthanyutta is similar but have different meaning. Yeah. The pronunciations of this Bali term. The second is Atthanyutta. The third one is Attany. Atthanyutta. Mean knowing oneself, he or she knows as they are the current extents and natures of his or her status, condition, sex, strength, knowledge, aptitudes, ability, virtues, etc. And then act accordingly. Thus, what is needed to produce results and rectifies and improves himself or herself so as to grow to greater maturity. And number 4, Atthanyutta, knowing moderation. He knows the right amount in such areas as consumptions and spending. He knows moderation in speech, work and action, in rest, and in all manners of reaction. He does all things with an understanding of their objectives and for the real benefits to be expected, by acting not merely for his own satisfactions or to accomplish his own end, but rather to achieve a proper balance of supporting factors that will produce the beneficial results as revealed to him by wisdom. So come to number 5, Kalanyutta, knowing occasion. He knows the proper occasions and proper amounts of time for action, duty, and dealing with other people. He knows, for example, when what should be done and how, and he does it punctually, regularly, in time for the right amounts of time and at the right time. Kalanyutta includes knowing how to plan one time and organize it effectively. So, for number 5, if you have knowledge and you have good experience and you apply them in the right time, it will provide you the proper benefits. If in contract, if you apply in the wrong time, what will happen, you know? The result is not satisfy you for sure. Yeah. So come to number 6. Here is Sanyutta. It's me knowing company. He know the local, he know the gatherings, and he know the communities. He know what should be done in a given location or community does. This community should be approached in this way and spoken to thus. The people here have this rule and regulations. They have these cultures or traditions. They have these needs. They should thus be dealt with, have, served, and benefits in this way. Mean that you know there's there's the factors of the society, the ways of life of different cultures. So you can choose the proper way to apply. This is Parisanyata, mean that you know the ways of the different cultures well. Okay, the last one is Pukkalanyutta, is regarding to individual. This also is very important because the individuals is the shells of group, right? And individuals is the cells of communities, and some important work also was decided by individual too. So we have to understand well, at least we have to learn well about each individual who we are dealing with. Yeah. Pukkalanyutta, mean knowing person. He knows and understands individual different. He knows people greater or lesser temperament, abilities, and virtues, and know how to relate to them effectively. He knows, for example, whether they should be associated with and can be learned from them, and how they should be related to, employ, praise, criticize, advise, or thought. Yeah, those is very important. If we all can follow the 7 quality well, I think that our communications in the public, will be success, and also will be certified for sure. And also, these 7 qualities are also very important in the field of PR. Yeah, PR means public administration. Yeah, and also, you know, very important for the deals of world peace, for the deals of world peace and diplomacy, for the world sustainable development too. Okay, come to conclusion. These 7 qualities are known as the Saporisa Dhamma. Saporisa Dhamma is a Bali term. It means the Dhamma for the good people. Okay? The qualities of the good or the generous person, one who has the qualities of a complete human being. So we have 7 qualities in the first section for men and the noble beings, and also have the 7 qualities for the ideal person. I hope that you all, the Buddhists, non-Buddhists, and the world's citizen, yes, can copy it, can consider it, and try to apply it for your happiness, for your prosperity, and also for the world peace. And this Dhamma qualities is not just for me or for yourself, but for the world, because the Buddha already mentioned that these qualities, this Dhamma qualities, is for a good person, or for the good people. So, as the good people should learn, should follow, and should develop ourselves based on the right way. That is the 7 qualities of the good people. Namo Buddhaya.